to have that start and then come out of it 2-0 down.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely tough. We played really well in the first. Not ideal that the score is 2-0, but that stuff happens in hockey. I felt like kept playing our game. Obviously, they had a push in the second period. I feel like we just needed to get one tonight, and maybe it would open up for us a little bit more. But after that first, they did a good job limiting our chances. Their goalie made some saves, and just kind of a dud offensively from our team.
Can you say how frustrating special teams is in both directions right now? It's been longer for the power play, but recently the penalty kill as well.
Yeah, it's a huge part of the game. I mean, especially if we want to make the playoffs this year. Our power play has to get going here and score some goals. And our penalty kills keep pucks out of the net too. So it's definitely been an area of focus, especially the power play as of late. We're working on it, trying some new things, but at the end of the day, it's on the five guys on the ice to find a way to put the puck in the net.
You got teams like this that lock things down when they get a lead too, Zach. What's the key to try to get through that and find a way, even though it's tougher defense?
Just simplify it. Get pucks behind their D, try and win some battles down low, get pucks to the blue. I know it all sounds cliche, but it's a team that knows how to win, so they're not going to give you anything off the rush or anything for free. You have to work for it and manufacture it and score an ugly goal. I feel like that's how you kind of have to beat these guys, especially when they have a lead. So we didn't do that tonight. I felt like our first period we came out flying. Probably should have had one or two, but just didn't go our way. But we have to stay positive in here. I mean, we're in a race right now. It's not going to go our way every night, but we control our own destiny here. So just got to keep playing, keep learning, and get ready for the next one.
Can you feel the pain?
How tough was it to come in here after that first period? You guys obviously put a lot of shots on. You pretty much controlled the play. To be down 2-0, how tough was that to kind of just regroup and go back out?
Not that tough. I mean, it sucks that we're down 2-0, but we played a really good period. So just said we had to keep playing the same way. And we knew that they were going to make it harder on us. Probably wasn't their best period by any means. But yeah, I felt like we were in a good headspace after the first. We easily can come back from 2 goals, especially at home. We've been known to score a lot of goals here. It just didn't go our way tonight. It's tough, but I mean, it's one of those things, like I said, we can just learn from it and move forward. We have 2 huge games coming up against the Rangers and the Devils, and then we'll see where we're at after Saturday and Monday. So we're in a good spot here. Just got to regroup and get ready for Saturday.
Can you tell that the competitive level has turned up since, say, the trade deadline or since recently?
For sure.
Beginning of March.
Yeah, I mean, I think teams are fighting for positioning, home ice advantage. Teams are fighting to get in the playoffs. So every night there's there's something teams are playing for. There's no games where teams are really out of it for us. I don't think there's any on the schedule, maybe 1 or 2, but even those teams are playing hard, right? They're trying to play spoiler, and it's going to be a battle to the finish. It's definitely ramped up here these last few games. I feel like we're aware of it. Obviously, it hasn't gone our way or gone as we would have hoped, but it's exciting. I think it's fun for our group to try and win these games and get into the playoffs. It's going to be a battle to the end, but I think we're ready for it.
Dean, obviously, first period you guys played very well, but couldn't come away with anything and are out of that period down a couple. How frustrating was that, and how difficult was that to overcome?
Yeah, it was frustrating because we actually just went over it, and was it 8-0 in shots? They get the PP and they get one shot and it goes in our net, and it was frustrating for everybody because the way we were playing didn't dictate that we should be down in this hockey game, and then even after that we didn't. The whole first period was pretty good, but it's been a few games now where we've kind of given up the first one, and for different reasons. Like tonight was a little different, obviously, but we got to find a way to kill the penalty. We got to find a way to score on the 4-minute power play too. So special teams were a big factor, obviously, in this hockey game.
Dean, are teams handling you differently on the power play? I know you changed personnel, but is it something you're doing? Or have they adjusted?
It's probably a bit of both, right? They got video too, so that's why we changed some personnel, but we've talked about where to position people, and I mean, probably a bit of both, but end of the day, we had some looks. We just got to finish, right? We just got to. It's got to go in the net, and it hasn't for a bit now, and didn't tonight. And again, that that 4 minute could have made a difference in the hockey game.
Zach was saying tonight he can really tell the difference now in the pace and the competitiveness of these games, maybe since the trade deadline, maybe since low before. You've learned a lot about these guys all year. Is this going to be really sort of informational for you, how this team, these young guys, and some of the veterans who have been in a lot of playoff games, handle this stretch in these games?
Yeah, Ports, I'd answer that we outplayed this team tonight in the first period and started the game, right? So, but once a veteran team like that gets up on you, it's very difficult to get through and get in. We played them not too long ago in Vegas, and we're real good in that hockey game, and did the same things we kind of did tonight early, and just didn't get rewarded for it. So, I guess to answer your question, I love the character of our team. We needed something, and we'll need something good to happen to us early to probably give us a bump next game, and get our swagger back and our feel. And I think our group knows that. We didn't change how we played tonight. We just didn't get the job done, early, obviously, and it hurt us in the end.
Can be a really weird game sometimes. I mean, you guys, as you said, you dominated that first period. Is there a feeling when that's happening and you're not scoring goals, do you ever get a feeling like, uh-oh, like they may get one here and it could go the other way?
Yeah. When it was 8-0 and they hadn't had a shot yet, and we had, what do we have? I think we just talked about 33 attempts in the first period to their whatever, 9. And yeah, so they get the PP. It's like, right? Yeah, so of course there's a feel. And then when it does go in the net, it's like, all right. But again, I don't think we folded. I don't think we sagged. I just think we didn't, have something positive happen after that. But I know our group will respond. We'll get in here tomorrow, get together, and figure it out for the game against the Rangers.
Dean, do you have an early update on Jay Christensen's status?
Yeah, it's upper body. He won't be in our next game. How's that? It's probably the most I've ever given you, huh? Thanks.